Hundreds of millions of Americans will vote this November in a presidential election that will pit President Trump against Joe Biden. With the U.S. population more split than ever in political issues, it's forecast to be a firecracker of an election. While some people are convinced that elections aren't fair and that their participation doesn't matter, the rule by many can give way to the tyranny of the few. Therefore, it is very important to know how to work the voting machines or to mark the ballot that you will be using when you vote. In order to vote, you have to make sure that you're registered. Once you are registered, then you can choose the voting method depending on your situation. If you want to fill out a ballot at your own pace, then you can choose the all mailing method. If you want to vote early ahead of a time, then you can choose the vote early in person method. And finally, if you simply just want to vote in person on the day of the election, then visit your local county and fill out a paper application. But before anything, make sure that you're registered to vote. To register, you must be 18 years or above and be a U.S. citizen. Also, make sure that you've never been convicted of felony, treason, or bribery. If you have, you can't vote until your rights are restored by the Department of Corrections. If you're not sure if you're already registered, you can go visit registertovote.ca.gov to check your registration status. If you're not registered, then you can go visit this link and register right now. You can register online or by mail until October 19th to participate in the presidential election. But don't worry if you miss that deadline, because there's a new law in California where it allows you to vote 2 weeks in advance or even on the day of the election, as long as you bring an ID with you and know that your vote will be counted once the county clerk processes your registration. Once you're registered, then you have a couple of different options for how to vote. If you'd rather vote from the comfort of your own home, then you have until October 27th to apply to vote by mail. To vote by mail, you actually have to print it out and send it back, which is kind of annoying, but once you do, just know that all you have to do is wait for the ballot to come in by mail and fill it out at your own pace and send it back in before November 3rd. If you're applying to vote by mail, there's even an option where you can sign up automatically to receive an absentee ballot for every election. In some counties, you can also vote early in person up to 30 days before the election day. The dates and times vary by county, so make sure you contact the county election office or visit this link to find the early voting locations and the hours. If you really want that excitement of voting in person, then you can find out where to go to vote using this link. The polls are open from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. If you're already registered, then you probably don't need an ID, but it's always a good idea to bring an ID with you. The IDs you can bring includes a driver's license, state ID, student ID, passport, and the utility bill with your name and address on it. America's a great country because people from so many different backgrounds can vote. However, that greatness is at risk once a significant group don't participate in voting. If you're a U.S. citizen and 18 by the election day, you meet the requirement to vote. But first, make sure that you are registered. You can register online at the DMV or by using a national mail voter registration form. Once you do, your election office may send you a voter registration card listing your polling place. On election day, that's where you will be going. However, if you know that you won't be able to make it to the polling station on the day of, then you can apply for the all mailing method. If you don't want to wait until the election day to vote, then you can do the early voting method. And finally, if you prefer voting in person, then make sure to bring an ID with you to your polling station. Voting is a right that generations of Americans have struggled to win. Everyone has a voice that they want to be heard in one way or another. Therefore, knowing how to vote is very important. So make sure that you are registered by October 19th to participate in the presidential election that will be happening on November 3rd. Thank you.